everybody, Brittany here again. This is gonna be, it's technically my third video, but I'm not gonna show my video I just took yesterday, which would have been my cycle day 9, because my husband was home and I don't really do the videos while he's home because he's not gonna be involved in anything like this. So it's kind of like a secretive, I don't know, because this is technically public, but he doesn't really know I'm doing the videos. This is my way of healing through or trying to conceive with multiple miscarriages or recurrent miscarriages. So this is my cycle 8, cycle day 10 now. A little bit, if you'd like to know a little more background of our story, watch my first video and my only video before this. And I'll be doing probably weekly highlights other than ovulation tests and pregnancy tests. I'll be doing daily when it comes to those days. I usually start ovulating anywhere between cycle day 8 to 12. It just depends on how my body is acting. I usually am on my ant flow for about 7 days, and I have a 25-day cycle total. So that's a pretty short cycle and a long ant flow. So my ovulation days are quite early, usually right after I finish my period. So I'll be doing those weekly highlights, except for the tests. I may talk a little bit about miscarriage statistics, and a little bit about that is a lot of doctors will say it's quite common to have a miscarriage, especially if it's your first one. After you have one miscarriage, it is less likely you'll have another one. Now, if you have a second miscarriage, then the statistics change. It goes to a higher percentage of having more miscarriages. So it's weird that you have a high chance of having one, less likely of 2, but once you have 2, then the more miscarriages you have, the higher chance you have of miscarrying again. Now, this last time, we're trying to conceive for our second child. With our first, we had 2 back-to-back miscarriages before conceiving her after 6 months of trying. This time, we waited till she turned a year, started trying in January of 2018, and now we are on cycle 8. We have gotten pregnant twice. Again, they were back-to-back miscarriages, so it could have just been my body needed that extra time to heal, and I didn't allow it. The second pregnancy was not planned. You're actually quite more fertile after you've had a miscarriage, but they still want you to wait to let your body heal, so it'll be a successful pregnancy, hopefully the next time around. So they usually want you to wait 2 to 3 months. That was what my doctor had me do, wait 2 to 3 months after the second one that we had, and also to continue taking my vitamins. So I had blood work done after my miscarriage. Nothing really showed. I had a vitamin D deficiency, which can cause miscarriages. Your body is fighting whatever ends up in your uterus. They think it's not supposed to be there, so they kind of fight. From what I've been told, I'm not a professional, this is just what I've been told, that your body can actually fight against it and like doesn't want it in there, so it just shuns it out. It doesn't know any different. It's just your body kind of fighting any foreign object that's in your body. So it kind of gets confused and not knowing it's supposed to be there. So I have been taking 10,000 vitamin D. So this is the vitamins I'm taking. It says 5,000, but I actually take 2 a day. And then I'm also taking folic acid. So this is the folic acid I take. I take this daily as well. On top of the prenatals, these are the ones I choose. I like the gummy kind. I know that the pill form is actually better to take. However, I'm not great at taking pills, and I'm already taking quite a few daily. I know there's lots of women trying to conceive that are taking way more than me, but this is just my preference. I like the gummy ones that I can take 2 each day of that, as well as I am slightly anemic, and also show like protein. I was showing low protein levels, and then I showed high protein levels. It was kind of weird. So they said I may have a issue with the protein S and C in my blood. They want me to see a a blood specialist. However, that can be expensive. So we're going to wait a little bit before getting too far into the intense testing. Again, we've only been trying for about 8 months, minus 2 months for healing. So technically 6 months of actively trying to conceive. So we're not to that point yet of taking extensive testing that's going to rack up bills, because the blood tests are starting to pile up anyways. I've probably had like 8 or 9 already since April or June, since our first pregnancy and miscarriage this year. Sad story on that is we found out a few weeks before Mother's Day, so we announced that we were pregnant on Mother's Day, which is actually the day I lost it. I lost it that night, the night after we announced it. And then our next pregnancy, which was pretty quickly, we lost on Father's Day. We did not announce that pregnancy. We were going to wait until we actually heard a heartbeat, which we will do this time around if we conceive. No one will know about it, not even you guys, until we have heard the heartbeat. I mean, I will do the pregnancy test, but I'm not going to confirm anything until we can see a heartbeat, because with recurrent miscarriages, a pregnancy test doesn't really mean anything, because it's not until you see that viable pregnancy. So the blood, if I have blood tests done, I'll have to get 2 to check my levels on the first one, and into the second one we'll see if the numbers are going up. If the numbers are going up on my blood test, then it is a viable pregnancy and the cells are multiplying, which means the baby is growing. So we wouldn't announce anything to anybody until we had that confirmation. So if you see me do a pregnancy test on here, which there will probably be lots, I will not confirm that pregnancy, even if it is positive, as a legit pregnancy until I have that blood work done or we hear a heartbeat. So I'm going right now, I'm on cycle day 10, so I'm going to take a pregnancy or ovulation, OPK test, to see if there should be any baby dancing tonight, which there probably will be anyways, because yesterday I took a test and it was really close. Sorry, I'm counting 5 seconds. I am taking the Easy Home. I just knocked something over. The Easy Home OPK tests, and I also have the pregnancy test as well. I got that off of Amazon. They had like a set of 20 pregnancy tests and 50 OPK tests, because I am a pee on a stick girl. I like to see these tests happen. I like to test a lot. I'm weird like that. I created a trying to conceive chart that some women do. I try to make it semi-pretty and pink. That kind of shows my cycle days. So like I have, starting one, I put a little red teardrop as a sign for I was on my Aunt Flo. So I actually only was on it for 6 days, which is okay. And it could be anywhere from 6 to 10 days. I've had lengthy ones before, but average, it's about 7. I'm usually spot on. I usually start, my cycle days end at 25 days, and then I start a new cycle. I put 26 on there because there is sometimes it'll go on to 26. So I started that. As you can see, I started on cycle day 4 of OPKs, and that one was super light. You could barely see it, but you can actually kind of see it. And then I started on, then you can see, it's gonna be like backwards to you guys. There's 5, day 6. I took 2 on 5 and 6 because I was trying it in noon and then 6 p.m. The top 2 tests are Dollar Tree tests. Then I got my Amazon tests in the mail. So then I started taking those ones. So as you can see, 6, that was from noon, and then 6 p.m. You actually get a darker line towards the evening. So they say to actually test between like 12 and 6 p.m. So that's kind of what I did. As you can see, it gets a little darker towards the end of the day. And then there's cycle day 7, 8, and then as you see yesterday, 9 was super close. It's like one shade off, so I'm hoping today is the winner. And it's looking good so far. I'm a test watcher. I'm not one of those that cover it up and wait. I like to watch. I like to see the color come to life. So anyways, sorry. I was kind of showing you guys my little pill regimen. I also take the baby aspirin to help with the anemia, and the protein levels, I guess, can cause a clotting issue. So they said it could possibly be that the baby's placenta or anything in there is clotting and not allowing growth or oxygen. So, which is not going to allow it to be a viable pregnancy. I'm also taking maca. This is new. I've only been taking this for a couple weeks now. So this is new. This is something I actually saw on a video of a girl trying to conceive, and she was actually quite successful. She was only taking this for like a month or two. That was the only thing really different she did from the regimen she did before. It says on here that it's for reproductive health and sexual well-being for men and women. So it's not just women, it can be for men too. It's actually, a lot of women use it when they have menopause, just to help get their libido rearing. And that is a side effect of this, is that it does allow your libido to get a little more fired up, which my husband did not have any issue with. So he was all gung-ho for that. When you're trying to conceive like rigorously, it can actually put a toll on your marriage, because you're trying more actively around ovulation times and not really, it kind of takes the romance out of it. So this is kind of helping put a little more spontaneity and romance into our relationship as well. So I depending on how it goes for how it works for while being pregnant. I don't know if I could take it while being pregnant. If we do, I may work it into my daily supplement every now and then, just to get the benefits from that. I'm trying to do a lot better on drinking water. This thing gets filled up at least 3 times a day. I try. I've been adding like Mio to it. It's like a water additive to sweeten it, because I can't drink a lot of just water all day long. I need some kind of flavor, because I was a soda-holic. So this test is done, and it looks like the test line is, I think it's the test line. I always get stinking confused with these guys. Yeah, it is the test line. Okay, so the one closest to the max black strip is the test line. The control one is closer to the blue. So as you can see, it is a very good darker than that control line kind of day. So ovulation, yay. So there will be baby dancing tonight. We unfortunately did not get to baby dance last night because our daughter, who's 1.5 years, decided to throw a huge fit and not go to bed on time. It took me about 1.5 hours to get her to sleep, which my husband was tired and not gonna wait up for that. So he passed out by the time I got to bed. So I'm very excited that we'll be trying. And I got that positive ovulation test. It's super dark. It's great. I actually feel like I'm ovulating. I don't know how a lot of women can tell that, but I just feel like, not heavy, but like I feel like my uterus or whatever is thick and just like, I don't know. I don't want to get too TMI, but just like things are, well, I don't know, like the layering in there is like the discharge and everything, like the egg white that you look for, it's like that. So it's like I feel like it's like thickening and good. I feel like discharge is great, and ovulation test is great. So praying this is the winner and that we will get positive pregnancy tests this month. So I actually won't film again now till I'm ready to try testing for a pregnancy test. So I'm gonna I've had a pregnancy test super early before, like at 7 DPO, so days past ovulation, only a week after, but those have always ended in miscarriage. So I don't know if that's the reason behind it. I don't know if it just had a super high HCG count and that can relate to maybe miscarriage. I don't know. It was a super dark pregnancy test too. It was like the digital ones that popped up. Because I have such an early ovulation time, like I'm only 10 DPO today, or not DPO, I'm so sorry, 10 cycle day. I have another, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 to 16 days of waiting till my period is supposed to come. That's a long time. A lot of women can get that positive early. I have been able to get it early. I don't want to wait for my period, but I should, just because that's when the pregnancies tend to miscarry, is when I'm supposed to get my period, which is normal for a chemical pregnancy. A lot of the times it'll pass at the same time your body is normally supposed to shed. Your uterus lining is supposed to shed. So I'm going to try to wait till 10 DPO. I think that's quite enough time. I may post a video in between that just to see if there's any symptoms I'm having. I for sure thought I was pregnant last month, but I wasn't, because I was having nausea. The sides of my breast were killing me. The areola parts were horribly like pinching pain. I've never had symptoms like that previous to starting my menstrual cycle. I've only had those kind of symptoms when I was pregnant with my daughter, and didn't have even the slightest faint line of pregnancy tests. So I tested well until I started my my menstrual cycle. So it was weird. I even told my husband, I'm like, I am for sure pregnant because I have all these symptoms of that slight nausea. I was getting horrible migraines. And just things like that. I for sure thought I was, and then I wasn't. So I may post another video in between this and the pregnancy testing. If I'm having any type of symptoms, I'll let you guys know. I do want to do, I will share as much as I can with you guys. I want to share it all. I'm going to share ovulations. I'm going to share the pregnancy test. I'm going to share if we have any more miscarriages, we'll share that as well. I kind of always want to be in it completely. And flow disappointments, if I start my period, I will probably be really upset, obviously. If I do conceive, I'll probably do like weekly, people say bump dates, but I'm kind of on the fluffier side. So I didn't get a bump for my daughter. She was in my back. I never had that beautiful round baby belly. So I probably won't do any bump dates unless I carry differently. I carried all in my back with her. I had horrible back pain the whole time. But if we do become pregnant this time around, I'll probably do weekly updates. I'm not gonna say bump dates, updates, because there probably won't be a bump. And then any concerns I may have, because I was scared the whole time with my daughter. I really want to try to be more excited if we do get pregnant this time around, because I did not enjoy being pregnant. I was just worried the whole time. So I want to enjoy it this time, and it'll be our last. We only want to have 2 children. That's both our decisions. And yeah, so this will be our last. So I definitely want to enjoy it more because of that as well. I may mention down the line, shared TTC struggles. I've had a couple friends I might talk about next time who were trying to conceive for years. And, I might share a little bit about their stories as well, throughout some videos. I will not do any type of vlogs while I'm on my Aunt Flo. There's no reason. So, and just a little bit of the disclaimers about these videos. I'm not a professional anything. So whatever you hear me say, I did not go to school to learn that. It was either told to me by a doctor, nurse practitioner, or self assessed research. So like I may have just looked things up. Google is my friend. It shouldn't be, but that's how it is nowadays. And, I may talk a little bit of like, thanking the Lord for, a pregnancy, or even my Aunt Flo and not having a miscarriage. I get grateful for that too, just to not have another loss. So, I'm not pushing any type of religious beliefs on anybody. This is just specifically how I feel, my beliefs, and my love for God, and I'm not pushing on anybody at all. So please don't feel that way. And I'm sorry if I offend anyone with any talk like that. I will also probably express my own opinions, and I'm sorry if that offends anyone, or if you want to correct me on any opinions I have, go ahead, that's fine. I have no trouble with that or any problems with that. So yeah, so I'm excited. Baby dancing tonight for sure, because that is one dang strong. So look how strong that is. That's way stronger than the control line. I am so proud of my uterus right now. And I hope it remains to be a champ, because I don't think I've ever had one that's super strong before. So, I'm like mixing you guys around. That's exciting. So I'm gonna add it to my little chart that I made. If you guys think this is funny or fun to do, as you see it, trying to conceive ovulation chart. Cycle 8, my ovulation sticks. I made room over here, extra room, because I'll be doing, I don't think there's a reason to do ovulation tests after that, but I'll put the pregnancy tests over here too. So that's my chart. I mainly wanted to be able to see the difference of the line changing, so I knew exactly when it was the darkest. So we did some baby dancing on day 8. Or cycle day 8, we skipped 9, which I'm kind of bummed I did that, but my daughter had her own plans. So hopefully cycle day 10 is the winner. That is my husband's favorite number, so maybe number 10 is the winner. So we shall see. All right, guys, you guys have a great day. Thanks. Bye.